What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, successors? Today is Wednesday, June 4th, 2025. It's a great day to be alive. We're currently 8 minutes after the hour. Y'all, this is Speak Your Success in the Morning, and we're here with you today and glad and honored to have the opportunity to become and talking to you through your earwaves, right? Through your earwaves, through your eye gate. So I hope you're here with us this morning. I hope you're rocking with us. I hope you're rolling. And y'all know how we already kick it off. We kick it off by rolling straight into our content this morning. And today we're going to go straight from the source. All right. So y'all go ahead. If you got your app, or you got your Bible, you can go ahead and grab that, because we're going to go ahead and get ready to get into this content. And today, what I want to talk about today, I want to just share with you, if you've ever been in a challenge, right? If you've ever been in a challenge that you weren't prepared to go into, you already know that you've already lost before the challenge even started, right? Because there's a time that I remember back when I was playing junior college basketball at Richland College. Shout out to Richland, shout out to Coach Feldman. And one day we came into the gym and he began to blaze this music loud. The music is blaring, just super loud. We're like, Coach, we can't hear, we can't talk to each other. How are we supposed to run through these drills? How are we supposed to call our plays? How are we supposed to do what we need to do for practice, right? And the challenge that he wanted us to understand at that point in time was there's a particular school called Southwest Christian. And at their campus, he said, y'all, when y'all get here, it's gonna be there's gonna be like and one. They're gonna have birds flying through the gym. They're gonna have people on the mic on the floor talking during the game and doing all the, we was like, no way, that's not true. Right. But the fact of the matter was, when it came to that time and that opportunity, this was actually the situation. Right. And it was a tough situation, but he wanted to make sure that we were prepared and understood what that moment required of us. So today in our text, I want to break this down, and we like I told y'all before, when we see the red letters, that means Jesus is talking. And we're in John chapter 15, verses 18 through 23. And Jesus wanted to prepare them, the disciples, for what was coming. He wanted to prepare them for what was getting ready to happen. And the text reads, if the world hates you, you know that it has hated me before it hated you. If you were of the world, and the world would love you as its own, but because you're not of the world, and because I chose you out of this world, because this world hates you. All right. So Jesus letting them know, hey, y'all, just so you know, I'm getting ready to get up out of here. But know and understand that people are not going to like you. People aren't always going to rock with you because of what you believe, and because you're saying that you're a believer of Jesus, and you're saying that you're a disciple of him. They're not going to rock with you because of that. Let's get back into the text. It says, remember the word that I said to you, a slave is not greater than his master. If they persecuted me, they will persecute you as well. And if they followed my word, they will follow yours also. So Jesus letting them know, hey, if they hung me on a cross, right? They hung me high, they spread me wide, stretched out for me. Jesus died. That's love. We have to understand that if they did this to Jesus, a man who came down on earth and he was without sin, fully man and fully God, then imagine what they're going to do to you. So once again, this is Jesus still prepping the disciples, letting them know like what's going to happen. Be aware. Don't be surprised, right? And he says, but all these things they will do to you on my account of my name, because they don't know the one who sent me. If I had not come and spoken to them, they would not have sinned. Right. So he's really laying the ground. He's really laying the foundation and the groundwork to make sure that disciples really get this point. But now they have no excuse for their sin. The one who hates me hates my Father also. So Jesus is saying, I came down. I tried to give them the opportunity. I'm telling them what the word says. I'm giving them the truth, but still they're not taking me at my word. Well, they don't want to know the truth, right? The Bible even talks about there will be a time to where people will lean into the words that tickle their ear and that please us, right? These are things that we want to do, we enjoy doing, but they can be contradictory of the word of God. So the area I really want to break down and challenge for us here today. Let me just discuss this a little bit. So the first thing is this: understanding if you're a disciple of Christ, right? You're saying you believe Jesus, and you're saying that you have accepted him, and you've accepted the word of truth, which is that he died for your sins. Then you will always have an opportunity to share the gospel with somebody else. So if people are persecuting you, and they're treating you a certain way, and they're hating on you, this creates an opportunity to where there's a greater purpose here. Of course, we can get caught up in our emotions, and we can get mad, and we can get frustrated. But at the end of the day, if we don't ever stop for a moment and say, wait a minute, what's the opportunity here? We must identify and accept the opportunity. If you say that you believe Jesus, then you will be persecuted, period. The Bible says in this world, you will have trouble. Not if you have trouble, not maybe there's going to be trouble, but in this world, you will have trouble. So understanding that, you always want to keep an eternal mindset, and you always want to say to yourself, well, if I know I'm going to have trouble and I know it's coming, how can I prepare for what's coming ahead? Right? Just like I said before in the analogy with my coach knew that as we got ready to go into that game and go into that environment and go into that situation, my coach knew that that was an environment that we had never seen or never experienced before. My coach knew that this was going to ruffle our feathers a little bit. This was going to be challenging a little bit. He knew that there was going to be some level of adversity for us. So what did he do? He manufactured trouble. He manufactured the issue just to create a way so that we can begin to at least get a glimpse of what we could and should expect. Because y'all, at the end of the day, you have a response that you always can give, despite where you are, despite who you're talking to, despite what happens. There's always an opportunity and a response that you have. The question becomes, what will you choose? What will you choose? What will you choose? Will you choose to make the decision to where you're going to be in your feelings, you're going to be frustrated, and you're not going to be the best example, and you're going to you're going to make the kingdom not look as good as it could, right? You're going to give people a bad example on the kingdom, which we never want to do, right? We never want to do. But what if, but what if you came into a tough situation? And then what if somebody said, wow, look at Charity, look at Brittany, look at Jonathan, look at the way that they handled this situation. Because there's going to be times to where everybody else around you is reacting a certain way. Everybody else around you is complaining. Everybody else around you is moaning and whining and groaning. And they're finding anything wrong to say about everything. Because I've been that person before. What would the world begin to look like if, in that case and in that situation, that you began to respond a little bit different, right? People were frustrated with other individuals, and they were cussing each other out. They're cussing out the pilot and just mad. But then we said, but wait a minute, what would happen if we gave the pilot a little bit of grace, right? What would happen if we began to think to ourselves, well, maybe the pilot had a rough morning, right? Maybe the pilot didn't get some sleep. Maybe the pilot didn't get some coffee. So therefore, maybe he's not at his best this morning. Well, I think there's grace for that, right? I think there's an opportunity for us really to share our perspective as Christians, as believers, to where we can get to the space and the place to where we can now be that example, right? So if y'all feel me on that, go ahead, hit some thumbs up, over in the chat, because the purpose of opposition is this is going to strengthen your spiritual. This is going to strengthen your spiritual walk, right? The adversity and the hostility that ultimately is faced by believers can actually serve to grow your faith, my faith, our faith, and it gives us a reason to have more dependence in Jesus. Like I said before, there's even the opportunity to witness. This is the application. There's the opportunity to witness, right? Because despite the challenges, we're still called to testify. We're still called to witness to the truth of Jesus Christ and share the message of hope and redemption that can be found in him. And that only can be found if we share, right? If we talk about our story, if we share a testimony. And then lastly, the fulfillment of God's plan. The world's hatred and the persecution of Jesus, that does not ultimately cancel out the sovereignty of God, the goodness of God. People act a certain way because of sin in the world. Sometimes I'm not the most pleasant to be around because I have sin in my life. Sin is something that is ever present, it's always around. But the fact of the matter is that my commitment to Christ and my commitment to the scripture and my commitment to believing what I say I believe, that's where I need to lean in, right? Because at the end of the day, I know I can lose my witness by not doing that, by not operating in that. So family, that was straight from the source this morning. Like I said before, if you're enjoying this content, appreciating it, go ahead, hit your thumbs up, and make sure that YouTube knows that you like what we're putting out. And also family, be sure to go ahead, hit subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss any episodes and don't ever miss any of our content. But family, we'll be right back with more Speaker Success in the Morning. Looking for an exciting workout that's not only fun but makes you feel alive? It's time to step up your fitness. Extreme Hip Hop with Treese, that's your answer. This isn't your typical workout. Extreme Hip Hop with Treese is an energizing step workout that combines simple moves with fresh beats, both old and new, creating an atmosphere that makes fitness exciting. With the focus on all elements of fitness, cardio, muscular conditioning, flexibility, and balance, you're guaranteed to burn calories and get addicted to the energy. Extreme becomes your safe space, which is a welcome environment where everyone is accepted. It's where you can let go of those worries of the world and focus on getting healthy. Ready to get energized? Join Extreme Hip Hop with Treese today. All right. Family, what's going on? Welcome to Speaker Success in the Morning. Today is June 4th. We are currently 21 minutes after the hour. And y'all, man, just sitting there and reflecting on straight from the source. Like, I mean, I think ever so often, like we have to have that level set, right? Got to have that level set just to know what's around us, just to know the challenges we're facing. But we also have to be real with ourselves in any situation, every situation. So, man, we're glad y'all are here with us and rocking with us this morning. Producer Britt, come on out, producer Britt. Let's talk to the people.
Morning. Good morning. Good
What
morning.
up? What up? Good morning. You got your coffee over there? You pulled up?
I stay pulled up. Stay pulled up.
Yeah. Oh, got your Ozzy cup. Ozzy edition,
Yeah.
special edition.
Yeah. While he doing all that
Yeah.
meowing. I mean, y'all can't hear it,
Yeah.
but yeah. hmm
Be in the background. Meow, meow.
Yeah.
Our favorite co-host. You know what I'm saying?
I don't
That's
know
what's
if
up,
it's
though.
I don't know if it's Ozzy or Baby Jones. I don't know.
Oh, dang. Oh, my,
Yeah.
my, my. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah. I mean,
those are
I
the,
would
those
say
are X
I
factors.
would say Ozzy can't open the door, but yes, he can. So
Can he really?
yeah, he can open the door. He can get into any room that he needs to.
Are you serious? Wait, how does that even work? Like, I mean, I know he got the part, but like he hit with the two?
He come from underneath and pull it.
Oh my
He's
goodness.
too smart. One day I have to work for it.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
And
wild.
if there's other cat owners out there, but I mean just pet owners in general,
Huh.
they don't let you go to the bathroom by yourself. I will tell you that.
That's kids too. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I was little, yeah, my mom would be like,
Say.
"Leave me alone."
Mm-mm. Nah, my son is not letting you go to the back. Open door. Open door. I'm like,
Well,
bruh. I'm like, come on. I'm using the bathroom. No. Just pulling the door. I'm like, come on, bro. Get off the door. Open
that's
door.
hilarious.
Daddy, open door. Gotta use
That's
bathroom. Open door. I'm like, all right, bro. Okay, cool.
man.
Cool.
So
But
yeah,
yeah.
so when you can't have private time because you got kids and you got pets, and you thinking about your mental health, what you got, Jonathan? It's Mental Health
Man,
Awareness Month.
say, yeah, man. Men's Mental Health Awareness
Oh,
Month.
it's
Producer Britt.
Men's Mental Health
Men's
Awareness.
Mental Health Awareness Month.
So
Yeah.
is
I
every
was
other month Women's Mental Health Awareness Month?
oh, don't do that. Why you
Okay,
gonna do that
okay.
like that?
Just saying. Go
Why
ahead.
why you gonna do it like that? Nah, women do have a heart out here. I'm not gonna hold you. Women got a heart
Yeah.
out here. Black women
Heart.
specifically. Like
Yes,
y'all
absolutely.
say y'all be going through the thing. I'm not even gonna hold you. But
Mm-hmm.
so the crazy thing is, just with like I didn't even know it was Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. Like
Oh.
it's one of those things to where you see people talk about it who are therapists and who are counselors, and I follow a few, just
Mm-hmm.
connected with a few, uh, and I was like, huh. So let's just talk about it because it's Wellness Wednesday. Producer Britt, Wellness Wednesday,
Wellness Wednesday.
Wellness Wednesday. You know what I'm talking about? And the thing I saw, it says men within families are affected by mental health. So it said this information isn't no. I was just directly reading, but hold on, let me get to the stat. I want to read the stat. But it said research indicates that men are at a higher risk for certain mental health conditions and may experience different challenges than women.
Make sure you
Okay,
cite.
which
Make sure you cite your
uh,
sources.
okay, yeah. We got that from adaa.org. Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. adaa.org. So that's the Anxiety and Depression Association of America. Yeah,
And
shout.
read that stat one more time.
Yeah, and well, so it says that research indicates that men are at a higher risk for certain mental health conditions and may experience different challenges than women. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
I can
And
see that.
but I think that's something that I think needs to be expounded upon a little bit and talked about a little bit more, because just because somebody may look sad and they may be experiencing depression, and somebody over here may be experiencing, I don't know what's the mental health disorder, I want to say bipolar, like it looks different, but
Whoa.
at the same time,
Yeah,
I mean,
because
it's
bipolar,
two
you gotta
different.
take. Yeah, you gotta take some medicine if you bipolar.
I mean, but it's one of those things to where somebody can you depressed people people typically ain't scared of somebody who's depressed.
I would say depressed and maybe anxiety. You know.
Good. Okay. That's a good analogy though.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
that one not
That's well. I mean, yeah. I'm
bipolar,
just making. That was
schizophrenic.
the
You
first
know,
one that
those are.
schizophrenic was what I thought. Schizophrenic
But
was what I thought.
those are not the. Yeah, you can't put bipolar. I mean, you can't put depression and schizophrenia in the same. I don't think
Yeah, I
it's.
mean,
I think those are different.
it's just levels to it, but
Got you.
the
But get to the point.
but but yeah, no. This is well, the point I want to make was is just because you see somebody experiencing one or the other on the spectrum of mental health, like we still want to give it like it's time and it's space, because I don't want people to be like, oh, nah, I'm scared of such and such because they're anxious or they have
Go a little
bipolar.
further with the example. I don't
No, that
understand.
is.
No,
I
you
mean
said
that.
you're scared of such and such. What is such and such? Like, give me an example.
Well,
Give me
so
a
the example,
personal
what I'm
story.
saying is,
Mhm.
I just want us all to give everybody space in this mental health journey. Is what I'm saying.
Oh.
Cause yeah,
Well, I
because
mean, during COVID, the word of COVID was mental health. It was mental health, mental health, mental health. Okay, so I mean, maybe I'll look up how many times mental health was Googled during COVID, but I mean, yeah, it was a very important situation when that was happening during COVID because everyone's I'm locked in the house. I can't see this person. I can only hang around these people. And then now on social media, well, I would say TikTok, what I
mhm.
see a lot on TikTok is um that better help therapist situation. But I
Yeah.
never got into that because then I got caught up with some other stuff. And then
Wait, uh,
they got caught up with other stuff because I think like to become someone that talks to someone, like to become a therapist,
Oh yeah, yeah.
I know you can't say therapist because they didn't do the hours, but I don't know. They called it something else, and they
It,
got
it, it
caught
was
up.
it was like a coach because I remember we talked about this
Yeah,
a
I'm
little
not
bit.
talking about coaches. Okay. And so and so on TikTok, it's just advertised so much. It just advertised so much. You're scrolling, you're scrolling, you're scrolling. Then it's like BetterHelp, therapy, this, that. So yeah, mental health is like I think like the word of the new word. Everyone cares about their mental health now because at first,
You would hope.
we're millennials, and it's just like mental what?
Mental
So
health. What you mean
mental
mental health?
health ain't nothing
Man,
wrong with you.
you better go to work. You better go put some dirt on it. You better move on.
Yeah, you better
You better
mental
wipe
health
them
them. You
tears
better
up.
mental health them dishes. That's what you about
Oh,
to
ho, ho,
do.
ho, ho.
Yeah, because I don't know what that is. So, and
Dang.
then yes, that being our experience, then also being our experience as Black people, it's like
Mm.
mental health. What? Ain't
Mental
nothing
health.
wrong with you. And then, well,
Say
ain't nothing wrong with you. And it's like, ain't nothing wrong. You're not crazy. It's like, yeah, I'm not crazy, but I just need to take the time and breathe. Like, we ain't
that
got time
part.
for that. You gotta work, mental health. You ain't going to see no therapist. That ain't no real thing. Da da
We
da.
don't got no money to go see no therapist.
You know how Black people think. When it comes to therapy. But,
But it's
yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
well, no, I was about to say it's interesting you say that because that was actually something that we talked about this past week, this past weekend at that girls' league clinic that I was a part of, and one of the parents was asking like, how do we, like how do we have this conversation with our kids? How do we talk about this? And then one of the points that came up was just whatever that person is experiencing, right? If it seems like this is the end of the world to them because of a breakup, or if it seems like they're going through a tough time because they got fired at work, or if it seems like I'm using grown-up examples because we grown-ups,
Right.
but like if it seems like there are certain things that are making people feel just a certain influx of emotions,
Mm-hmm.
not to belittle that, right? Not to downplay their situation and what they're going through,
Mm-hmm.
because at the end of the day it could feel like the end of the world to that person, right? It could
Yeah,
feel like a
yeah.
major struggle
Mm-hmm.
just because for you, it's like, man, what? I ain't worried about that. I ain't worried about your little girlfriend. I ain't worried about
Right.
whatever that issue might be. So,
Or it's like,
just
it's all right, get over it.
yeah, and that's one of those things to where we push that down, we don't have the conversation, and then that leads into some resentment, and then
Mm-hmm.
you can go down a whole dang path.
Right.
But one of the other things I want to just say, with keeping it men's mental health. So what the stat was approximately 1 in 10 men will experience depression or anxiety during pregnancy or the first year following pregnancy. I don't know why that was the stat that they pulled, but I got some other stats on here.
I was
But
like, you talking about yourself? I'm just kidding.
well, I mean, it's so what I will say is like the emotions over here are different though. Like
Mm.
yesterday, Britt, the emotions over here are different, man. Like
What are they?
yesterday, my
Mm-hmm.
my baby boy crying, don't know what it is. He's just
Judah?
crying. I'm trying to calm Judah down.
Okay.
Little lion just crying. I'm like, what is it, bro? I don't know. I fed you. I did this, and it's messing with my mind because I'm like, what do I do?
Mm.
What do I do? They didn't send me home with no instruction manual. They didn't send me home with no how-to kit. They don't got no videos on this on YouTube.
Yeah, they do.
No, see, yeah, right. So, but then this is also the other part. Like, yeah, somebody else can have videos on how they calm down a baby, but they baby is not my baby, and
Yeah.
the situation could be different. The factors are different.
Mm-hmm.
So, just understanding, man. Yesterday, me and that baby just fell asleep on the couch. That baby on my stomach just fell asleep. I'm like, I
Maybe
don't know
you
what to
wanted
do.
his. Maybe you wanted his mama. Does that ever happen? No.
It depends on the day, but some days he just be going through it.
Oh, okay.
Some
I
days he
just
be
know
going.
that when they're that they're that young and you do the whole skin to skin and they really want the mama.
Oh, Dr. Britt.
Nah, I ain't no doctor
Oh,
now. I ain't no
Dr.
doctor. I
Britt.
just nope.
That,
I just see it and that's it. I just be seeing
that's
it.
funny.
I just be seeing it online. I don't know.
TikTok there.
TikTok,
TikTok doctor.
right? TikTok
TikTok.
doctor.
But then,
Yeah.
this was even the other part. This is the other part of that stat. My bad. I got carried away. But the other part of the stat was okay. So 1 in 10 experience depression or anxiety during first year following pregnancy. but half of the men do something about it. So that means we got
Oh.
brothers out here. We got brothers out here that cup is half full, rocking, doing something about it, see somebody see something, say something.
Mhm.
But then others of us, and I've been on both sides.
Mhm.
Others of us don't say nothing. And we just
Why you
we
not
just we
saying
just move on.
nothing?
Do you have a therapist?
No, but I'm saying why it's men's mental health what a
Oh,
month.
well, it's Men's Mental Health Month, but I mean
I'm
the
not a
mental health
man, so
awareness.
I'm just
The
saying
man,
I'm saying why don't you do anything about it?
I mean it. So
What be the
sometimes I
point?
do.
Oh.
Sometimes I do, but other times, Britt. I mean, like I was trying to get with Joe probably like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, and
Mhm.
life was just lifing. Like
Yeah.
he for
No, I'm
one.
saying like does it have to be a therapy session? Can you find another way to, get out of it? I like a good meditation.
Oh, okay. Speak on that. Talk a little bit more about that, and I'll backdoor you. But go ahead on the meditation.
Um so I probably if I have time or even at work sometimes.
Yeah.
So I'll meditate. I'll just literally lay on the couch, arm palm up, play my little bowl music. Um,
You be on
and
that? The bowl music?
yeah.
What
Oh
does that actually? What does that
man.
actually do? Come on, I'm listening.
If you kind of
Wellness
just sit there,
Wednesday, everybody. Wellness
if
Wednesday.
you just sit there, if you just lay there, close your eyes, do like, deep breath in, deep, breathe out. Yeah, breathe in, breathe out, and just really just calm yourself down. And you'll feel the pressure from your brain go away, like
Mm,
go away. And
okay.
they have different like bowls and sounds and frequencies and things like that for, anxiety, depression, can't sleep, or you need to focus, and there's things like that. Now, granted, I can't tell the difference, so I just pick one and just go with
Oh.
it.
Mm,
But when I'm laying there, it could be, I might meditate for if I only got 5 minutes, only got 5 minutes. But I just try to
right.
calm myself down for that 5 minutes. If I have 20 minutes now, a good 20-minute meditation is going to turn into a nap because
Okay.
because most of the time when I'm meditating, once I'm in that blank, that everything's gone,
Uh-huh.
then that's kind of then for me, I get into my one-on-one, I get into my one-on-one with God.
Come
and
on.
then and then from there, I'll pray, and then after I pray, and then I'll probably just fall asleep, and I feel so good every single time.
Hmm.
I
Dang.
love I love meditating, and if you don't have time to do a 20-minute meditation, or find somewhere that you can just sit and just close your eyes and just focus for 5 minutes, and just
I like
focus
that.
on you want to focus on your breathing, because most of the time when you're walking around throughout the day, and you're breathing, and then like if you think about it, sometimes you're like, oh dang, I forgot to breathe. Like
Mm.
I know it happens with women. It's like, oh my gosh, I'm not breathing. And so it's like, breathe,
Oh
girl,
my goodness.
breathe. So it's like, so take that time to like take some deep breaths in, some deep breaths out, and just sit there and just do nothing, think about nothing, clear your mind. And you're
Mm.
like, Brittany, how do I clear my mind? Trust me, I went through the same thing, because I was like, how am I gonna sit here for 5 minutes and try to clear my mind? But the more you
Yeah,
do it, the better you get at it,
I'd
and
agree.
you can just get into your zone, get in, get out, and do what you gotta do. Yeah, and sometimes,
Mm.
just turn around and be in a corner, close your eyes, and just take some deep breaths and keep going, because yeah, especially working in like a fast paced environment, like, oh my gosh, when
Mm.
everyone's like, Brittany, 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 and
Oh,
it's
Brittany,
like,
Brittany, 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 Brittany,
yeah,
Brittany,
it's
Brittany,
too much.
Brittany, Brittany, Brittany.
It's too much. It's too many people calling my name, and so I'd be like, okay, give me a second.
Dang.
Yeah.
But I think that's good though. I think that it's good for people to know like that. Like that's a tool that don't cost you nothing to use. That's something that you can
Mhm.
do. You can do wherever you at. If you at work, you just got into it with your girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, you can
Go
slide
sit in your
off.
car, turn the air on, and just sit there for a little bit.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That's good though.
Hmm.
That's real good. That's
Yeah.
real because I mean that there's a lot of these type tactics and these type strategies because there's even
Mhm.
something. Are you familiar with something called grounding? Have you heard of
That's
that
when
before?
you put your feet on the grass, right?
Yeah,
And go
you get in the
outside.
grass, you get your
Yeah.
feet in
Now
there.
I can tell you I've grounded a lot in my life because
Mm.
just
You've been grounded a lot in your life.
I mean, I was put on punishment, not grounded. So,
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
but
Grounded a lot.
what was I gonna say? So just where I grew up at, you just have that sidewalk, that concrete. It's good to just walk
Uh-huh.
outside on. I love walking outside with no shoes,
Barefoot? You outside barefoot?
barefoot. Yeah,
No, you not.
I picked
Barefoot
that up.
Brit.
I picked that up from the
You country.
from the white community. Yeah,
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 I used to have a homeboy.
yeah.
He
They
would
go
run down
outside
the
on them.
street. He would come to my house barefoot. I used to live like quarter mile away from him. I'm like,
Hmm.
Kyle, what are you doing? Boy, ready to play tackle football with no shoes on, no
Yeah.
socks.
No, them
Crazy.
strong feet right there. But yeah, I love to just go outside, put your feet in the grass. I mean, I can't do it where I live now, but when I do go to my parents' house, I walk outside, just hey,
Yeah, I mean,
concrete, grass. Go
yeah,
bring. When
I
I
mean, I
was
think it's.
younger, go get the mail, go outside, do anything. I do not mind walking outside with no shoes on. Mm-mm.
Mm.
Just can't
Well,
do
I
it on
mean,
the
you
beach.
gotta,
Yeah.
you gotta, and that's the thing I think that's dope is because it's like these things are just slowing down life, right? Because
Mhm.
sometimes we just
Mhm.
getting in life, we be moving, we running, we doing this, got to do this, got to do this, got to check this off, da 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 da. It's like you got to slow it down though.
Right.
Slow it down because even that the like the bell curve or the stress curve it shows us that even that there's a certain level of stress to where it's healthy and it's productive, but
Mhm.
even at the same time when we get too far on the stress side, then we're starting to strain ourselves and we about to really just like blow a gasket in our mind. But the thing for me, like I was saying, when you're asking me about like why I don't say something,
Mhm.
sometimes I don't feel the safest to say something. Like not just with anybody, right?
Mhm.
Um, but I do have people compartmentalized in my life, if it be counselors or therapists or if it be, close friends and different things like that, then these are individuals that, I will share with and if I can get a session in or something like that. But speaking of getting sessions in, I'm going to take a quick commercial. Take a quick commercial. I'm gonna come back. Gonna keep talking about this Men's Health Awareness Month, y'all. We'll be right back with more Speaking Success in the Morning after this quick commercial break. Do you want to feel confident in your skin every day? Introducing Skin Rituals, a luxury home-based skin studio that specializes in hyperpigmentation, acne, and personalized treatments for every skin type. Owned by solo esthetician and registered nurse Courtney Durham, Skin Rituals is all about curating facial treatments designed just for you. Hydrate, brighten, nourish, and soothe your skin with expert care and cutting edge techniques that promote natural healing. Whether you're looking for a relaxing facial or a transformative chemical peel, Skin Rituals offers results driven treatment tailored to your needs. With over 7 years of experience, Courtney's goal is to help you safely achieve the healthy skin that you deserve. At Skin Rituals, we believe that taking care of your skin is an investment in your confidence. Book your appointment today and leave every session feeling grateful for the choice that you made to take care of yourself. Skin Rituals, because your skin deserves the very best. Family, welcome back to Speaker Success in the Morning. We're currently 42 minutes after the hour, and it is Wednesday, June 4th, 2025. And man, we're just here diving in, just talking about Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. And Producer Britt, I love the strategy that you shared earlier
Mhm.
about the breathing and how you've done it enough times to where you could even walk us through and give us like more, like you could expound and give us more details around it. Because I never, I've seen the bowls but I
Mhm.
never I never got down with the bowls. I never, made the sounds. But I see it in the movies and sometimes it just look funny. But I mean, that's dope though to
Mm-mm.
see that you're getting oh, you said it ain't nothing for play. It's real.
I used to think that too, and I had a friend. I have a friend. She has a few of them, and I was like,
Okay.
girl, and she'll be like, okay, close your eyes. And, she'll put it by your ear and, circle it around. And then
Mm,
she'll bang it. And then that frequency, goes inside of you. And it really calms you down. Like, you have to,
mm,
like, want to try to do it, like
that's real.
anything else in life. If you
Yeah,
just, like, if you just throw it off and like, oh, this is not working, this is not going to work, then you won't get the benefit out of it. But
that
if
makes
you
sense.
sit there and like really breathe and really take in what's happening and really try to calm yourself down, it will work. And then you'll wake up from the best nap of your life. And then you remember, what was that? Was that Christmas when we did our work Christmas party? When we do the,
Uh-huh.
and shout out Miss Esther. But I took that eye massager from Miss Esther.
Oh.
Oh, oh my gosh. Oh
Oh
my
yeah.
gosh. So the eye massager with the bowls, with the sound and the frequency sounds and the
Uh,
meditation. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's like,
relaxation starter kit.
oh my gosh. I didn't even
Dang.
know that eye massagers existed until I got one. And then I was like, and then my parents used it and then now they like it. Yeah, it's definitely a good gift to give. But yeah, yeah, I love that thing.
Strategy on strategy. Producer Britt giving strategy today.
I love that thing. I
Get us right on
love
Wellness
it
Wednesday then. Get
because
us right then.
it massages your temples. It
Mm-hmm.
massages your temples, and then it puts like light heat right here on your eyes, and it feels
Hmm.
so good. It feels so
That
good.
sounds like it would be. Yeah, that sounds like it
Hmm.
would be.
And then if you're
But
one of those people that like the bird noises or the water noises, it got that on it. I love my
dang, you got
massager.
the sounds too?
Tranquility, baby. Tranquility. Yeah, I love
I'm
that
not mad
thing.
at it. I'm not mad
I
at it.
love Miss Esther too, but girl, I had to take that from you. Okay,
Uh.
bad. What is it? Secret
Oh,
Santa, dirty
dirty Santa, dirty Santa,
Santa.
dirty Santa.
I ain't getting into it. Next,
Oh
girl.
man, yeah. So since you share some strategy, I also want to just hit on a few strategies as well. Just to get the fellas out there something to operate with and to be able to utilize. So I think one of the areas could be that if we don't, or if we're not intentional on like doing like a quick check in on ourselves, seeing what we're feeling, like, how am I feeling today, Britt? How am I feeling?
How am I
Right?
feeling?
Just taking a second to really see, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or even, what do I need today? Do I need to walk
Mm-hmm.
outside? Do I need to experience the sun? Because there's something about walking
Well, you
outside the
need the
house.
sun every day. No,
If you ain't been outside the house, like in this midday, and you go outside, that sun just kiss your skin, you be like, oh,
sit on
this
the
different.
curb real quick. Just sit there real quick. It feels
Different.
so good.
It's different. Okay, hit different.
Mm-hmm.
Or even, what's one thing I can do for myself? For me, sometimes that thing look like going out and getting a frozen Coke. I ain't gonna lie to you. I like
Oh
to get my
my
frozen
gosh,
Coke.
you and the
All
frozen
right.
Coke.
So, okay, that's the first one. The second one is getting in a little bit of movement daily, right? You might do some extreme hip hop with Treese. You might you might go to the gym, get some shots up with Coach Hart. You
You might just
you
walk
know,
around the block.
you might walk around the block. For me, what I've been doing the past 2 days is I've
Mm-hmm.
been hitting some push-ups. Just hit some quick push-ups.
Okay.
Just drop down, hit 10,
Uh-huh.
drop, and I was trying to just find something to do to also just distract my son. He
Mm-hmm.
started doing it too. I said, okay, cool. Let him burn off some more energy. So,
Yeah.
just getting that daily movement in, like you said, it can be a walk. I used to laugh at people that walked. I say it was funny to me.
I think
This
walking's
was
like
what
more effective than running. Like if
is it really? No,
yeah.
I need that reference. I
Okay.
need
I
that.
believe like if you
Yeah.
walk more, I think it's better or something like that.
I
But
mean, I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it. But the thing is, I was immature, Brett. I was immature. Walking, you can get it in with walking. You can get a
you said
good sweat with walking. The
you
Stairmaster,
yes, hello.
hello. What? The elliptical? Come on, man. So yeah, so getting in a walk. You can do that while you're on.
Just walking around the block.
No, I know. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just talking about how I was immature. But yeah, you can do. Y'all, just so you know, if you're popping in right now, we're talking about some mental health strategies that you can incorporate in day to day life, and it don't really cost you nothing, right? But you can walk while you on calls. You can even get like a light stretch in before bed, or knocking out some push ups at your desk. So these are things that are good. These are things that are good. What's another one? I got one for you, Britt. This is hard for all of us. No phone, no screens, no call, no nothing.
No show. Okay.
This,
Um yeah, it's hard for me to do the phone thing. It's hard. It's so hard.
first world problems. Why you think it's so hard? It's attached to your hand.
Everything's on here. I mean, it's literally right here. Everything's on here. Everything's on here.
You don't need that.
And
You don't need that.
I only know only know like four numbers by heart.
Mm.
And yeah, it's just hard. And
Oh, you
now
got your
there are times that I can just, hey, I'm watching TV, throw this thing out of the way, or um, I do put it up. I do put it up when I read my Bible though. I do put it aside. I probably put my phone on do
Oh,
not.
that's what's up.
I probably do not put on do not disturb. But I'm
That's
not
what's
a
up.
do not disturb person because everybody's disturbing me. So
That's why you are. That's why you're accessible because you're not a do not disturb person. You better start using
well,
that
the
do not
job
disturb.
field that I am, I can't just send people to voicemail. I can't
You,
send them to
you
voicemail because
well,
people don't
remember
leave
you
voice
showed us.
messages.
Remember, people don't leave voice messages. Remember you showed us that episode of all the cool stuff we can do on our phone. Yeah, do not
Mm-hmm.
disturb. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So that's a
Yeah.
good one.
Yeah,
That's a
yeah,
good one.
yeah. The phone is hard. I will say that's the hardest. Can't even watch a movie. Or you put on the show and you're like, okay, cool. That's in the background. Still got my phone. Still doing something. Blah 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 blah
I say I am notorious. I will sit on the couch. We can be watching whatever
blah.
movie,
Mm-hmm.
TV show, laptop in lap. It's
Yeah.
called a laptop for a reason. Okay,
No.
it's called a
No.
laptop for a reason. I'm locked in. I'm
Absolutely not.
say I'm cutting up clips. I'm scheduling clips, getting the clips. The people need the content, producer Britt. We gotta get the people the content.
But you also
Hey,
just need to take some time to not do anything. But what?
I did that yesterday when I fell asleep with my baby on my chest. What about this? Because I see people do this all the time. I see people with these gratitude journals and notebooks. Are you one of those people that jot down
Oh man,
like
I
your
wish I had
gratitude
time to.
list?
I wish I had time to get up. I just made a new one. So
Really?
yeah. So I know you don't like. I know you don't like the word vision board, prayer
You don't know what I
board,
like. You don't know. No, you
whatever. We
no
talked
no
about it
no.
online, offline. You don't like it, and so I went. I have not done a prayer board, vision board, goal
Okay.
board, whatever you call it. I haven't done one in a
Yeah.
while,
Board.
but I guess I got out of doing it like the picture way because I used to get a whole bunch of magazines. My mom would save all the magazines at the end of the
Yeah.
year. I would, cook my pork chops, greens, black eyed peas, and cornbread and all that stuff for
So black of you. So
for
black of
New
you.
Year's. Show this. I would do
Oh
that for New
God.
Year's. I put my stuff together, put all my goals and everything. And so I used to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And ironically, I mean, I still do, but in a different way. I accomplished everything that's on the board. And so I would save the
Mm.
board. Like
Manifestation.
my first one I did in college, Jonathan, like when it was like work in the media industry, do this, do that, get a really good internship, and everything
Mm.
that I wanted on the board
Yeah.
and I prayed for, I you know I was blessed with it.
Name it and claim
Boom.
it.
Yeah, did it again. Same thing when I first got out of college, when I got my first job at the radio station. Made one doing that.
Mm.
Boom. Then
Boom.
made another one. Boom. Got my first
Boom.
apartment. And then, just so on and so on and so on. So when I got out of the habit of doing it with the like pictures, poster board, and make it this whole experience for myself, now I
Uh-huh.
just do like a goal sheet. And
Okay.
then in my last apartment, I used to go on Pinterest and I used to print out quotes. Bible
Those are good.
scripture, Bible
That's
scripture,
good.
quotes, financial stuff that I wanted to do, time management tips, anything and everything that I
Mm.
was working on.
This
And
is good.
I would not care what it looked like because I I would just post it. I would just get thumbtacks and I would just
Mm.
post it anywhere in my in my apartment. And so like if there was a scripture that I wanted to read every morning, or if there was a quote that I wanted to read every morning, I would put that in my bathroom next to my mirror, and while I'm brushing
Mm.
my teeth, I would read it, and I would read it every single
Mm.
day. And then I
Dang.
would have a list that, was things that I need to do every single day, and I
Yeah.
would read that every single day.
Uh.
And I used to do I would say I used to, because now I do it in a different way. It's all like, just like transform. I mean, I'm getting better at it. I would
Mm,
say, to begin, that's a good way to begin. Transition into quotes all over the walls, fill your brain up
mm-hmm.
with positivity. And then,
Yeah.
like, now I'm in the space where I can make a list. Like, I just made a goal list. It's literally sitting over there,
Mm.
on my pantry. And I make my goal list and I read my goal list every single day. And so it's like I'm conscious of what I want every single day. And so I work towards that every single day. So when it
That's what's
comes
up.
to like, and then when it comes to journaling,
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that I do it consistently, but when I need to do it and when I'm in the headspace and when I need to write something down or quote unquote talk to myself, because when I talk to my journal, I talk to myself. And so or
Yeah.
I talk to my journal. That's how, I talk to my journal. Yeah. Or I have a gratitude journal, kind of like prompt book.
I
And
have one of those too. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I love that because obviously it prompts you to think about something, and then
Which is good.
you experience that by writing, how you feel.
This is
And
true.
that makes you feel good. So when it comes to like tactics like that, oh
Mm.
yeah, I do that all day. I could teach a class on it
I was
for
about to say, producer Britt,
sure.
because I asked you about gratitude and you started talking about goals and vision board. I was like, wait, we talking about different things.
No, no,
But
no,
that,
no.
but what you no,
But I
no,
mean, like,
but what you
it all
did,
goes in together. Yeah.
but I mean, but what you gave us is still good because one thing that I think is super dope and it makes me think of that movie with Tom Cruise and Jamie Foxx. What was that movie? Tom Cruise and Jamie Foxx. What was the movie, producer Britt? Tom Cruise and Jamie
Uh.
Foxx. It's one word. What was the movie? It was called Collateral. When
Oh.
Jamie Foxx was a
Oh yeah,
taxi
yeah, yeah,
driver,
yeah, yeah,
and then
yeah.
the thing that he would keep that picture of the place that he
Mm-hmm.
wanted to go to vacation, so
Right.
it helped him visualize from where he is to where he wants to go to
Right.
remove himself from that area for a moment.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's also a dope strategy as well to like get yourself out of the day to like disrupt your daily norm because so
Mm-hmm.
often for me personally, right, make it about you, John, make it about you. For me, there can be times to where if I don't disrupt my day to day, then I can get like in a slump or I can get in a stupor and I'll be down. And I'm like, why do I feel like this? Because I didn't disrupt the
Yeah.
norm.
Or
So,
even
that's also one of
just
those
or
things.
even just your background on your phone, because I mean this is in your hand so much. Like, put
Mm,
something that, like you said, like Jamie Foxx with a picture where he wanted to go. Put something that can remind you of why
mm,
you're doing all this, because you see that every day. I mean, I used to put my vision board as my screensaver, and I used to put my goal sheet as my screensaver. So it's like I just see a
mm-hmm.
list right now. Now she's so cute. I just love her so much. It's a little anime version of me. So that's me, but that's because in reality, I'm working on myself. So this is a little picture of me, and so that's what that means to me.
That's
So,
fair.
yeah. So I think it's all
Uh,
about setting yourself up to always stay in a positive mindset.
mm.
Because if you, have something that's not benefiting, if you have something on on your screen that's not
The way
benefiting
you
you
just
as much.
side-eyed Ozzy is crazy though. The audio listeners can't see that. The way you just side-eyed your cat walking across the screen was
He
crazy.
is. Yeah, he has his own. Yeah, he's a man, and his mental health one for him too. So he
Oh,
is.
oh,
Oh my
the
god,
entitlement is real.
it is. And
Mm,
so,
okay.
yeah, but yeah. So I'll say always set yourself up to stay positive every single day. Write something down,
Mm,
what you got to do.
huh.
Just take a moment to take a few deep breaths, go be in the corner, go sit in the car on your day off, something. But walk around the block. If you have a clean or safe neighborhood, take your shoes off and go put your feet in the grass.
Oh yeah.
Um, yeah. But
Or even, or even just
or eat right.
or
You eat
not
right because your
even.
brain food is a good
Man,
thing too.
oh, that's a whole different
That's a
Wellness
whole different
Wednesday.
thing
Oh
right
my Lord.
there. Yeah, because brain
Oh
food is
God.
like a real thing, and yeah. Yeah.
The stuff that we eat. Oh, okay. I don't even want to know.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
even want to hear that. The stuff that we
Yeah.
eat. I mean, I know it's a need to, and it's essential
Yeah.
information. But so I'm like, but no, I don't want to give up such and such. Anyway, but I was gonna
And if you
say,
and my last thing, and if you fall off, it does not matter. As Donnie
no, I
McClurkin
don't.
says, all you gotta do is get back up, get back up,
Get back up again.
get back up
Get back up
again.
again.
But go
But
ahead.
the thing I was gonna say is also maybe having one or two people. Well, not just one person, right? One person that can hold you accountable. You can hold them accountable. Just in terms of like just calling just to check in, right? Just put something on the calendar. Just shoot them a text, shoot them a voice memo, give them a call. Hey, Britt, what's going on? You all right? You good? How's your mental? You holding up? You straight? You need anything today? We cool? Cool, right? And just checking in on the. You got to check on Britt. You got to check on your strong friends. You got to check on your strong friends every once in a while. Make sure they good. Maybe send them some lunch money or
Uh,
something. Just to
no,
make sure. Let
check
them
on
know.
me. I'm the strong friend, y'all. Jeez. Mm.
Oh, do you have a therapist, Britt? You got a therapist?
No, I don't have a therapist.
Oh,
Jesus.
okay. They also can check on your strong friend too. You got a therapist.
What?
They can check on
Oh,
you. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But man, yeah.
Ozzy's my therapist. He hears all my thoughts. But
Oh,
no,
that's why you so mad at him all the time. Interesting.
no, I'm definitely thinking about therapy is in the works for me. It's coming up next.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Coming up next, just like commercial break. That's what's up. But
No.
y'all, we today, we want to dive in, we want to give something to the people, give y'all something tangible, just to make sure that you knew that we're aware that it's mental health awareness month, but also at the same time, I mean, the women need mental health awareness also too. So we want to
Yeah.
give some strategy for you to apply, and just prayerfully y'all take one thing and use it. And then also prayerfully you hit the thumbs up because that's good for our mental health, right? You hit the
Yeah.
thumbs up, we see it, we get that dopamine hit, we can relax. All
And
right.
men, make sure it's okay to, write things down and do things different because y'all be stuck in y'all ways and y'all be wanting to like
Uh-oh.
try anything new. And it's like, hello, how you gonna work on your mental health when you're not trying
Uh-oh.
anything new? So,
Boop,
think about that too.
boop.
But I ain't about to be
Generalization.
sitting here and I ain't about to sit here and be writing no journal. It's okay to write in a journal. Go back to fifth grade, third grade, and just talk to yourself. Write a letter to yourself, and
I mean,
then
if
look at it,
if
and then look at it 6 months later and look at your progress. Write a goal sheet down, you know?
yeah, so what you're saying, Britt, is identifying what's something that's out of your comfort zone, but also beneficial for you, right? To help
Yeah.
people be
Yeah.
able to
Set
grow. Yeah.
yourself up to be positive. Set yourself up to be positive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there it is. There it
Yeah,
is. I
yeah,
like that.
yeah. Thank you.
Okay, man.
Quote
Let me.
that. That's me.
Might pull a journal from over here somewhere and write something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might do that
Yeah.
today, just maybe. But all right, we're gonna go ahead and get ready to get out of here. So, family, if y'all have not subscribed to the channel, make sure that you subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss any of our content. Right, we're going live Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. Central Standard to 7 a.m. Central Standard every single Monday through Friday. So don't miss out on any episodes. Family, be sure to hit that thumbs up so YouTube knows that you like the content. YouTube knows that you like us, and we can continue to be your favorite morning show in the morning. Family, remember, speak your success, believe in your greatness, and continue to create the life and business of your dreams. Why should you and why would you live any other